The glass shatters, the crowd erupts. A lone figure walks to the ring, middle fingers raised high. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he doesn't care what you think. He's here to fight, to break rules, and to raise hell. This is the story of how a Texas boy became a wrestling legend, a rebel icon, and the voice of a generation. This is the story of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He wasn't always stone cold. He started as a young man with a dream born in the dusty heart of Texas. But life, like wrestling, is full of hard knocks, and those knocks forged him into the toughest SOB the ring had ever seen. Steve Austin wasn't born with a silver spoon. He grew up in small-town Texas, a place where hard work and grit were a way of life. He learned to fight before he could walk, wrestling his brothers and dreaming of becoming a champion. Life wasn't easy. He worked tough jobs, hauling hay and driving trucks, his body aching, his mind set on a bigger dream. He knew he was destined for something more, something electrifying, something stone cold. He entered the wrestling world as Stunning Steve Austin, a cocky, arrogant wrestler with good looks and even better moves. He climbed the ranks of WCW, winning championships and captivating audiences. The future seemed bright, but fate had other plans. A serious neck injury threatened to end his career. WCW, seeing him as damaged goods, let him go. It was a betrayal that fueled a fire in his belly, a fire that would forge him into something unstoppable. The injury could have broken him. Instead, it made him stronger. He rehabilitated himself with a vengeance, his anger fueling his recovery. He emerged from the darkness, not as the flashy, stunning Steve, but as something colder, something deadlier. He shaved his head, grew a goatee, and embraced the anger. He became Stone Cold Steve Austin, a rattlesnake ready to strike. He was done playing by the rules. He was coming for what he deserved. The WWE wouldn't be the same. Stone Cold arrived with a chip on his shoulder and a point to prove. He was brash, defiant, and didn't care for authority. He fought with a ferocity that, honestly, just resonated with fans tired of the same old wrestling formula. He wasn't a superhero, he was a reflection of the common man's frustration. He drank beer, flipped off the boss, and raised hell in the ring. And well, the people loved him for it. King of the Ring 1996. After defeating Jake the Snake Roberts, Austin grabbed the microphone. What he said next would change wrestling forever. You sit there and you thump your Bible and you say your prayers and it didn't get you anywhere. Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, "I just whipped your ass." The crowd went wild. Austin 3:16 became a battle cry, a symbol of defiance and rebellion. It wasn't just a catchphrase, it was a cultural phenomenon. Stone Cold had tapped into something raw and powerful. His defiance didn't stop with words. Stone Cold's biggest rival wasn't another wrestler, but his boss, WWE Chairman Vince McMahon. Their feud was a clash of generations, of authority versus rebellion. It was personal, it was intense, and it drew millions of eyes to wrestling. He battled legends like The Rock, Bret Hart, and Shawn Michaels. Their matches were instant classics, filled with brutal moves, high stakes, and unforgettable moments. Stone Cold was more than a wrestler, he was an anti-hero, a symbol of change in a world that desperately needed it. Stone Cold didn't just win matches, he created moments. Who could forget the beer truck, drenching his rivals in gallons of beer, or the countless times he stunned unsuspecting opponents, leaving them seeing stars. He was unpredictable, entertaining, and always authentic. He connected with the common man, the working-class hero fighting against the odds. He wasn't afraid to get dirty, to bend the rules, to fight for what he believed in. And in doing so, he became one of the most popular wrestlers of all time. Years of brutal matches took their toll. His body, battered and bruised, finally gave out. At WrestleMania 19, he faced The Rock one last time. It was a passing of the torch, a bittersweet end to a legendary career. As the referee counted the pin, a hush fell over the crowd. The Rattlesnake had been silenced, but his legacy, his impact, would live on forever. Stone Cold Steve Austin changed wrestling. He ushered in the Attitude Era, a period of unprecedented popularity and cultural significance for the industry. He proved that being different, being rebellious, could be a path to success. He remains a pop culture icon, his catchphrases quoted, his image instantly recognizable. He showed the world that it's okay to be yourself, to fight for what you believe in, and to never back down from a challenge. He is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and his legacy will never die.